Shalom, hello everyone, how are you? We'll continue with the Gospel of Matthew chapter 12 with the perikop title, God's Chosen Servant. Aware of this, Jesus withdrew from that place. A large crowd followed him, and he healed all who were ill. He warned them not to tell others about him. This was to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet Isaiah. Here is my servant whom I have chosen, the one I love, in whom I delight. I will put my spirit on him, and he will proclaim justice to the nations. He will not quarrel or cry out. No one will hear his voice in the streets. A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not snuff out, till he has brought justice through to victory. In his name the nations will put their hope. The word of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. God's chosen servant. Jesus is a servant, like us, like you and I. We are God's chosen servant. Why Jesus is called servant? Because, let's see, several points. We start with number 5. King of the world in most country is called a president, if it is in the form of a republic, or in England it's called prime minister, or in Germany it's called chancellor. In heaven, the king is called God. The owner of heaven, the ruler of heaven is God. Now Jesus, humbling himself to become like us, to become human. He was born in a sheep pen. He became the same as us, humans. That's why Jesus is called servant, because he is humbling himself to become like one of us, to serve, humbling oneself, to serve, serving. Jesus is serving others, like here you can see. Jesus is serving others, ministering to others, teaching good lesson, not bad lesson. Because we have plenty of bad teacher teaching bad doctrine, to hate others, to hate the Jew, to hate certain people. That's why now we have so many movement, anti-Semitism, because we have to love everyone, just like what Jesus taught. Jesus served us, ministering to us, teaching good doctrine, teaching good lesson. So choose Jesus, because Jesus is the good teacher. Jesus is servant, okay, but Jesus is also God. Here, God's chosen servant. That doesn't mean Jesus is not God. Jesus is God made human, because he was born from human Mary. I give you a parable. Let's say a president of some country is visiting a factory of a truck factory. This president wants to open the first batch of the production. So the president try to drive the truck. Now he becomes a truck driver, right? Because he is driving a truck. That's why he becomes a truck driver. Just like Jesus. Jesus becomes servant because Jesus becomes human. If a president, the king of the country, driving a truck, he is called a truck driver. but he's also the president. The same thing with Jesus. Jesus is a servant. Jesus is a human, but at the same time, Jesus is also God. God Jesus. Not only Lord Jesus, but also God. Just like Mark say, my Lord, my God. When is it Mark? Yeah, Mark. Mark saw Jesus. He didn't believe that Jesus has risen unless I put my finger in the wound and stick my other finger in his stomach. I will not believe. But then one day Jesus come. Jesus come and ask him, do not disbelieve, but believe. And then he said, my Lord, my God. So Jesus is not only Lord, but also God. Just like this parable, the parable of the president who drives a truck. He is a truck driver, but at the same time, he is also the president. Jesus is not only human, but also God. For those of you who receive additional explanation from God Jesus, please share with us. Also, please subscribe to this channel so that this channel may grow. Also, give it a like so that this video may spread to other viewers. I'll see you in the next video with the next pericope, still from the Gospel of Matthew. Thank you and God bless you. Jesus bless you. Jesus bless all of us.